Is Ulrich secretly in love with Sissi? Quite a good idea. You see, what I like about Code Lyoko and why it revolves around a boarding school, much like Harry Potter, is that it's made to protect and ensure an education for young teenagers. So what you have to understand about Sissi is, first off, recognize that every time that Ulrich tells off Sissi, it is very direct, and to the naked eye, it is not in an indirect fashion. But if you rewatch Code Lyoko 1,000 times, or maybe just minuscule of the time, you understand that Ulrich's body language is half rejecting, half accepting, because what he does is he calls her conceited to her face, and there's a big, mishap when it comes to Code Lyoko Wiki and how, Code Lyoko acts and operates. Because the main shipping is with Yumi. He obviously likes Yumi a lot. Literally, at the end of the day, him and Yumi were the ones that are about to kiss. But contrary, he had many scenes with, Sissi that are filled with chemistry, and the reason why, if you rewatch it, it's reverse psychology. Because if you go watch season 2, episode 4, when they go back in time multiple times in order for Odd to pass his test, Ulrich actually asked for a number in between the phases of going in and out of Lyoko. It's very apparent because there's a running gag that, Ulrich is incompetent, and what ends up happening when he calls her, things like hot-headed, be-loaded, and conceited, we get the hint that Sissi is secretly more mature, and she is, throughout the whole entire series. And what ends up happening is that one time when they went back in time, when she figured out about Lyoko through and through, she let it go. And the thing I love about Sissi is her principal, Lily, is her father, and her father, Lily, goes the best to make sure that she has good grades. And, you have to be a certain level of maturity in order to hang out with somebody with glasses and a nerd named Nicholas. And the thing about, what Ulrich does in the main script is he fluctuates through Sissi and Yumi, throughout the entire show. And he loves Sissi, and like I said, literally, what ends up happening if you rewatch it, if you understand the full situation going on, literally, Sissi literally lets Yumi have it because he got tired of, Yumi putting herself in the perfect position, doing the perfect moves, literally, when they were both nervous. And Sissi states through and through, literally, that Ulrich belongs to her. And Ulrich literally scratched that one episode for Cartoon Network when Sissi actually, joined Lyoko, which is a banned episode, that we can't, ever catch, whether it's online or on a network, which was true, which was the original one, before William came along, is that, Sissi literally is intuitive and actually helps, with Lyoko projects if you actually, read the full story. Because what ends up happening, over time, you recognize that when Ulrich rejects her, he keeps his options open, and what ends up happening is that Sissi will accept rejection and give him multiple times to make up his mind, and when literally he makes up his mind, she's the one who lets it go. Because you don't understand that it's reverse psychology. Not only is Sissi's wardrobe more colorful, she's more down to earth than, Yumi is, even though Yumi is the one that can explain the situation. Sissi knows why not to put herself in the situation. There was multiple times when she betrayed the Lyoko crew, like when she videotaped the cassette tape of Jeremy talking to X.A.N.A, and she said literally that she's gonna snitch on the Lyoko. Ulrich never gives it to her straight up, and what ends up happening when he ends up getting into arm ties with her, when he ends up literally hugging her, literally when he ends up literally in dramatic scenes like James Bond with her, he ends up, realizing that he's missing out on a lot, throughout the entire script. And there was this one time where Sissi actually imitated Yumi, and it was too bomb, it was too incredible. What you need to recognize about Sissi and Ulrich is that literally it's obvious to play hard to get if you're a girl, but it's even more, harder, to play hard to get when you're a guy. And when Ulrich does such things, it can be very controversial on the outside, and the truth is this: you can get, a whiny Japanese girl that's literally a foreigner right down the street, or you can literally date the principal's daughter, no pun intended. And Sissi is literally intuitive and just as intelligent as Yumi at times, but doesn't go as far as literally be with Yumi when it comes to taking over the world. After all, she did get into a robotic dogfight episode. So if you want the answer to the question, if you rewatch it, literally, he loves her pink, literally, he loves everything about her. She portrays herself in such a fashion that is irresistible to Ulrich's taste over time if you watch the entire series. Like, this is only valuable if you rewatch Code Lyoko. If you watch it, at a normal standpoint, the audience would be in favor of Yumi.